Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Sixth mantra. Achintyam avyaktam aruparu anantarupam Shivam prashantam amritam brahmayonim tathadi madhyanta vihinamekam vihum chidanandamarupamaddhutam. That achintyam and avyaktam, they are so highest concept, you know. If in the mind there is a little bit of vasana, past impression, wantingness, craving, little bit, if it is there, then that achintyam, that unthinkable and avyaktam, inexplicable, those concepts will not come. That is why the people from different religious thought, different religious belief, who propagates monotheism or Ekishwarvad, that there is one God, they also can't even thought of these two concepts. They know Arupa, Lord is formless, but Lord is attributeless. That is why in their concept, Lord is the ultimate giver, Lord is the supreme joy giver. Lord is the supreme judge. All those things, all those concept comes. So that achintyam avyaktam, these two terminologies, if anyone actually want to know, he has to be desireless, vasana mukta. So now Shivam means free from all sorrow. Shiva means free from all sorrows. Do you know what does it mean? Who is free from sixfold enemies inside. जो सररितु मुक्त है, जो सरो रिपु से षड रिपु से मुक्त है, वही शिव है. What are those six enemy inside us? Kama, desire, krodha, anger, love, greed, mad, pride, moha, delusion, matsarya, jealousy in others' progress, Those six qualities who don't have a bit, he is a Shiva. He is sorrowless, is always blissful. जिनके मन में थोड़ा सा भी नेगेटिविटी नहीं है, कोई भी पाप वासना नहीं है, वही पवित्रता है. Auspiciousness means in whom there is no little bit of sinful desires and no negativity. He or she is a Shiva. And not only that, whoever comes closer to that person, they also become Shiva or auspicious or worthy or worshipful. Like the snake. Maximum people in the world, they hate the snake. Their attitude, their, you know, sinusoidal wave and all those things. A lot of people don't like. But when it is in the neck of Lord Shiva, that snake gets offerings. Dead body is very inauspicious. But when it gets the presence of something like Shiva, it becomes Pujya. What is admired, what is served, that is Shiva. Which makes an unmovable thing moving. जो अपवित्र को पवित्र करता है वही शिव है और वही प्रशांतम है, प्रकृष्ट रूपेण शांतम, एवर पीसफुल, ऑलवेज क्वाइट. एंड जो ऐसा है, जो होमोजीनियस है, वही अमृतम है, वही इमॉर्टल है, अनचेंजेस. That which is prasad, then Brahma Yoni, I told you, the very womb of the Creator. It is the Creator from where the entire creation has come out. This is in the gross level. If we see in the subtle level, Brahmajani means the origin of my thoughts. The origin of my thoughts. And thought means there is no Adi, there is no Madhya, there is no Anta. Without the beginningless, without the beginning, without the end. And what is not having any beginning, what is not having any end, then there is no middle portion also. If we see, it's a delusion. Clear? If, you know, time is the concept of mind. It is an interval between two thoughts. But Brahman, the consciousness, is free from the concept of time. That is why it is Sat Sarup, always present. It is Ekam, one. That always present, that is all pervasive. It cannot be measured by the number. It is the very substratum. One is the very substratum of all number. 5 means it starts from 1 and there is 1. 6 means it starts from 1 and there is 1. By this word ekam, the substratum is pointed out. One alone is protected. In everything. Chidanandam, Arupam, Advutam. How? Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Na alpe sukham asti. Chandogya Upanishad. What is immortal? What is all pervasive? What is infinite? There is the infinite bliss only. Nalpe sukham asti. Where is any limitation? There sukham cannot be. Absolute sukham. And why it is adbhutam? Whatever we see, just think, whatever we think, our mind's habit is to objectify it. When we can't objectify anything, that is adbhutam. When we can't objectify, when our mind can't objectify it, that is adbhutam. In Ali Baba Charlie's show, Ali Baba and 40 thieves in front of the big cave, when they started telling Khulja Sim Sim, and the big door of the cave started opening. Ascharyavat. It's adbhutam. Today we do become, wondered about it. Because, just remember, mobile phone. Google, where is Chinmay Mission, Kolkata? 180B Sarat Bose Road, Kolkata 700029. It came. Khulja Sim Sim. And not only that, now some Bixby, Alexi, all those things are there. I have heard, I never used. But that voice tool is there. Brahman is the greatest wonder. Means it is me. When we listen that I am the substratum of the whole universe, what big wonder may be accepted. I am the substratum of the whole universe. That is the wonder, most wonderful thing. I am the changeless, unmoving, unchanging wonder only. That is why it is achintyam, unthinkable, avyaktam, it is inexplicable. Because it is not any subject, it is not any object. It is free from any shape and form. How it will be expressed? The one without a beginning, without a middle, or without an end. That is Adi Madhya Anta Vihina. Just think, that which is limited by time alone, can have a beginning, can have an end, and therefore a middle also. In the flood of time alone, there are the concepts of the past, future, and the mingling of the two called the present. Time itself is a concept of the intellect. In deep sleep, or when under chloroform, operation theater or something like, the human intellect is blanketed off and rendered unserviceable temporarily. As long as it is not functioning, there is no concept of time for the individual. When the individual emerges out of his temporary sleep, immediately the concept of time asserts itself. The self is experienced when the intellect is transcended. Naturally, in that experience of the self, the concept of time for the individual, when the individual emerges out of his temporary sleep, immediately the concept of time asserts itself. The self is experienced when the intellect is transcended. Naturally, in that experience of the self, the concept of time is also bypassed. Hence, the Supreme is indicated by the term that which has neither a beginning nor a middle nor an end, meaning that which is not conditioned by time. As long as the intellect is not functioning, there is no concept of time for the individual. The person is sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. But when the individual emerges out, come out of his temporary sleep, immediately the concept of time asserts itself. Oh my God, 4:35. Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up. Or 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, Vedanta class. Oh my God. That which is thus the very origin of the Creator, that which existed even before the Creator was born, to create the pluralistic world. Again, I'm repeating. That which is the very origin of the Creator, very origin of the Creator, that which existed even before the Creator, was born to create the pluralistic world. Means Creator means who is the creator of the pluralistic world, and that which is unconditioned by time and place must necessarily be the one eternal factor, which is all pervading and formless. That which is one must necessarily be all pervading, because if it is not pervading everywhere, it should imply the existence of something other than itself, which is to limit it. Philosophically viewed, that which is one without a second must necessarily be all pervading. Biologically also. So that which is all pervading cannot have a form, because form denotes limitations. The unlimited is formless. In terms of our intellect, it is inconceivable. And therefore, the best we can say is that it is Adbhutam, wonderful. Also, it is a fact that when wonder or amazement strikes us, temporarily our intellect and mind halt, benumbed by the very experience. Through meditation, when man transcends his own intellect, he comes to the same experience wherein his mind and intellect no more function. And therefore, very often the rishis indicate the truth experience in terms of the psychological condition experienced by us when we are struck with extreme wonder. In this mantra, the 13 terms, 13 adjectives of Brahman, which we have tried to individually explain in this series of classes, together in their sum total suggest a deep inner realm of experience, which is the theme for contemplation. Intellectually, to conceive all these ideas and emotionally to come to feel them, and thus heave together to reach and experience it, constitutes meditation. Meditation means sum total of these whole ideas. Thus, meditation is explained here, which is indeed a full explanation of the instructions given in the previous mantra, that the meditator must contemplate in the heart cave Ritpundarikam upon the untainted Virajam, pure Vishuddham, clear, griefless, infinite. In order to meditate thus upon the formless infinite, a certain amount of subtlety of the intellect is to be developed. Vedanta is not for the foolish fellow. Vedanta is for the intellect of subtlety. If you don't inculcate the subtlety of your intellect, which is already there, you no need to borrow from anywhere else. It is there. But if you don't manure it, nurture it, active it, then you are not the correct candidate for the Vedanta. So in order to meditate thus upon the formless infinite, a certain amount of subtlety of the intellect is to be developed. Majority of us have not got that amount of self-mastery and contemplative dynamism in our nature. And even those who are practitioners of meditation must get themselves prepared for their meditative flights. The immature is rendered mature for meditation, and the unprepared is prepared for the flight in contemplation by a relatively simple process of worship and concentration upon a symbol of the formless absolute. This preparatory technique is called Upasana. That Upasana we will learn from mantra number 7 in next class. Hari Om Tat Sat.